Work Sharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsmen.
Oh, that's a pretty good chance there.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Thank you.
Holy smokes, that fish is big.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, beautiful bull.
Nice fish.
That's a nice kokanee.
It's cool.
I know it's not a small one, let's put it that way.
Color's great.
Boy, he has good lines, that dog.
Yeah, that's a nice bull. Nice one.
That was an awesome bite.
This could be the one.
It's pretty good.
Well, let's just get in that little draw right there, this first one, and go down, see what we see there.
This week on the Northwest Outdoorsmen,
Oh, stay out of that line. Stay out of that line.
the Harrods and Bob Loomis and Lance Merz from Mack's Lure are fishing Lake Roosevelt.
We'll swing back inside and go back.
Should be nice if we had a double.
Yeah, huh? What do you think of that?
Nice job, Lance.
Beauty.
Kokanee.
That's a nice kokanee.
Work Sharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsmen, brought to you by Mack's Lure, Hooked on Toys, Pacific Calls, Town Ford, Bob File Boats and Motors. Lake Roosevelt is the reservoir created in 1941 by the Grand Coulee Dam. The reservoir stretches 150 miles from the dam to the Canadian border and covers about 125 square miles, making it the largest lake in Washington state. The lake has numerous fish species, but large rainbows are on the bite in the winter and spring months. Bob Loomis and Lance Merz from Mack's Lure join the Harrods for some outstanding spring fishing here at Lake Roosevelt.
We decided to go up to Lake Roosevelt. Lake Roosevelt has a variety of fish in it, but this time of the year, they've got some real big kokanee. They're really nice fish. In fact, the state record is out of there. It's a little over 6 pounds. I think it's 6'3" or 6'4" or something like that, is caught out of Lake Roosevelt. So there's some huge kokanee in there. And on top of it, they have triploided rainbows that run anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds.
We went fishing at Lake Roosevelt and it was cold. It was really cold.
It's a little chilly.
Before we even got up there, it was freezing fog and I didn't know if we were gonna make it or not. I mean, you're dropping it down to 35 miles an hour and that trailer's just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Man, it was nuts.
A little cold day.
Yeah, definitely need to take care of the hand issue with gloves.
January what? We're January, right?
January 17th.
I think we're crazy.
Yeah.
Ready
It's
to
a nice
go?
day in the neighborhood.
I actually had never put in right there at Spring Canyon. Anyhow, it was neat area. It was 27, 28 degrees, cold. We've had a very weird year. You know, in January it was 50 degrees, and we finally decided to quit bird hunting and go fishing.
Looks a little cold.
I like to use a lot of squidders. I like squidders because of the variety of colors that we can get. The squidders are set up with a smile blade on it, so you get a little added movement to it, as well as attraction. Like I said, we've got so many different colors that we can mix and match and put a lot of different stuff out there to see what's working the best.
I've fished for the triploids before, Rufus Woods primarily, but I never fished Lake Roosevelt with any success. The triploids I had heard about, but it's kind of new to me because of not having a boat or just not being in the right place at the right time.
You get him?
Yep. Nice little fighter. Fishing was great. We actually went up there to target some of the kokanee.
Nice little rainbow. He's a good fighter too. Yeah.
Come on, big boy. Another rainbow. Good job.
All right.
Beautiful. Nice rainbow.
2 fish within the first 20 minutes. That's awesome.
Richy, your bit, your bit, your bit. Got it? They look kind of good. Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it was a good move moving back up here. Nice sized rainbow.
I had a variety of colors. We kind of narrowed things down to 1 or 2 patterns. We used shoe peg corn, some doctored up shoe peg corn that had the secret recipe.
I'm getting bit on this 1.5-inch squidder with a 1.1 silver sparkle smile blade. Put a couple of pieces of corn on each hook, and yeah, the fishing's been really good so far.
And it didn't seem to matter. They were hitting predominantly on pink patterns best.
The orange one's caught the biggest fish. The pink's been bit the most.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that one right there has the orange squidder on it. Oh, that other one.
Hey, all right.
Coming up after the break,
Should be nice if we had a double.
It's a nice one.
That was a nice bite. Beauty.
Beauty, good job.
Yeah.
Work Sharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsmen, brought to you by Mack's Lure, Hooked on Toys, Pacific Calls, Town Ford, Bob File Boats and Motors. Welcome back to Lake Roosevelt.
I had a variety of colors, and then we kind of narrowed things down to 1 or 2 patterns that were working the best.
The orange one's caught the biggest fish. The pink's been bit the most.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that one right there has the orange squidder on it. Oh, that other one.
Hey, all right. No, I think I might have lost him.
Real fast. Not there?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you know, Lance, getting him out on the water and teaching him stuff that we know, trying to impart some of the information that we've gathered over many years, you know, is a lot of fun. I enjoy helping people.
I'm just happy to catch fish.
Well, on any type of trolling application, especially if you're fishing deeper water and stuff, braid's the only way to go.
Right.
I'm actually from Wenatchee. All of my family lives in Wenatchee, but I was born in North Carolina and raised as a military brat. I graduated in high school and then actually joined the Army myself and spent 20 years in the Army there. I was military police. You know, as everybody says, you know, there's no place like home. So this place was drawn to me. It's great hunting, it's great fishing. You know, I can't get enough of this place.
There he is.
When I heard about Mack's Lure and, you know, that they were hiring somebody else, I said, well, let's give it a shot. You know, I'm not a hardcore fisherman, so to speak. There's a lot to learn. You know, I was that average guy that would throw the line in the water and hoped and prayed that I caught a fish. What I'm learning now is that there's much more to fishing than it's just throwing a line in the water.
Unless I lost it, which I did.
I'm that average guy like most people are, to say, okay, I'm gonna learn from all these hardcore fishermen, great people that open their arms and teach me how to fish better, but then I can give that back to whoever.
Not a bad one. Yeah.
And we had all sorts of different color lures on there, trying to get the fish to bite, and then that rod tip just went poof. So I picked the rod up and started reeling it in, and
Rainbow.
it felt heavy, and I'm like, well, this is a pretty nice sized fish.
Nice job.
Good fish.
Yeah, it is.
Nice fish. By far the biggest rainbow I've ever caught.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
As soon as we could see color in the water, I'm like, wow, that's a nice fish. That was a nice fish.
Beauty.
Beauty, good job.
Yeah.
I'm trying maggots on 2 and corn on 2.
Shoe peg corn, some doctored up shoe peg corn that had the secret recipe on it, and then we also used some maggots.
Corn for the rainbows is the best. There's no doubt about it. Should try a night crawler, and I suppose I should put on, hey, this one's, there he is.
A wee bit.
Oh, that's a good fish, Bobby.
It's a nice one. Yeah, huh? What do you think of that? Yeah. Okay.
Bobby is a good teacher, and like I said before, you know, getting on with Max, there's a lot for me to learn, a lot. Bobby takes the time, he's patient, and he shows me different things of different types of fishing, different types of equipment to use. He's very knowledgeable with whatever he's talking about.
30 feet of mono on the end.
I had a fantastic time. It was very nice. But when that fog lifted up off of that lake, it was fantastic.
Coming up after the break,
All in that jar of corn. It's not as big as I thought it was.
Nice.
Nice little fish. That's a nice kokanee.
Work Sharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsmen, brought to you by Mack's Lure, Hooked on Toys, Pacific Calls, Town Ford, Bob Filed Boats and Motors. Welcome back. Tyler Harrod joins the guys for another trip to Lake Roosevelt.
So we went up there the second time, and the weather was fantastic. Roosevelt was down quite a bit, though. The water level was considerably a lot lower than it was before. And as I understand it, that lake actually fluctuates with what's needed for the water tables.
We were going up to Lake Roosevelt to catch all these kokanees that I've been hearing about.
Got up to where we were kind of fishing before, and we started making a run.
You know, we might change these two.
In fact, the state record is out of there. It's a little over 6 pounds. I think it's 6'3" or 6'4" or something like that. So there's some huge kokanee in there. And on top of it, they have triploided rainbows that run anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds.
Yeah, heavy fish. Feels like a rainbow though. Yeah, it's not that big. I mean, it's typical 1.5 pounds, 2 pound. It's biting. It's not coming up to the surface. Yeah, it is. Nice fish.
We started to catch some big rainbows at first. It's kind of unexpected, but they were good size, so we were keeping them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Nice fish. It's pretty good, huh? You like that?
Not too bad, yeah. Nice little fighter.
They were nice. They were probably 18 to 20-inch triploids, and they were pretty nice fish.
Yeah, it looks like a kokanee.
No, it's a bow.
Hold on. Nice rainbow though.
Wow.
Great looking fish. It's good fishing so far.
They were nice. They were probably 18 to 20-inch triploids, and they were pretty nice fish. Roosevelt is huge. Roosevelt is a massive body of water that a lot of people don't think that it's that big at all.
Grand Coulee Dam is one of the third largest power production dams in the world. The capacity of Grand Coulee Dam is almost 9.5 million acre feet. An acre foot is an acre of land about 1 foot deep of water. So it would be 9.5 million football fields with 1 foot of water on top of them is how much water is stored in Grand Coulee. The Grand Coulee Dam began to be built in 1933 and was authorized by Congress in 1935. The primary purpose of the dam at the time was to bring people back to work. It was one of the New Deal projects that was authorized by Franklin Roosevelt at the time. It was authorized for both power and irrigation. The irrigation portion of the project was authorized in 1943. First water delivery out of the project was in 1952. And Lake Roosevelt provides a vast amount of recreational experiences. Lake Roosevelt provides a fantastic fishing opportunity.
Beauty. We weren't making a straight line like a lot of people, normally do. They'll take a line and just run a straight line, but we were doing more of that zigzag pattern because we weren't really marking a lot of fish, but we were catching fish.
Predominantly, you're looking at your electronics. We had a particular area where fish are generally caught. We're looking in that area for either marking fish or spotting fish on the surface.
Oh, hush. Hush, little.
Well, the fish that we caught were, they're fantastic. I mean, they're a triploid rainbow.
Oh yeah, good fish too. We just kept staying in that one spot pretty much the whole afternoon and kept catching fish, so we didn't leave. Well, it's not as big as I thought it was, though.
Coming up after the break.
Looking good, though. Yeah, it's nice little fish. Good fighter. That's a nice kokanee.
Work Sharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsmen, brought to you by Mack's Lure, Hooked on Toys, Pacific Calls, Town Ford, Bob File Boats and Motors. Welcome back to Lake Roosevelt.
We're looking in that area for either marking fish or spotting fish on the surface. Predominantly, you're looking at your electronics. We had a particular area where fish are generally caught.
Oh, hush. Hush, little.
Well, the fish that we caught were, they're fantastic. I mean, they're a triploid rainbow.
Oh yeah, good fish too. We just kept staying in that one spot pretty much the whole afternoon and kept catching fish, so we didn't leave. Well, it's not as big as I thought it was, though. Calm down. Come over this way.
Little scrapper. Still nice.
Good looking fish. Yeah, it's nice little fish. Good fighter. That's for sure.
We were fishing orange and pink Mack's Lure Cha-Cha squitters, and then above that was the Double D Dodger, the 4-inch Double D Dodger, whether it be pink or silver. We were kind of changing everything up. That day we had the shoe peg corn.
What do you want me to go back down to, Bob?
Almost rolled my ankle on that jar of corn. Real. We lost a few, and they're good bites, but we still lost them. I don't think so. Huh? No.
Yeah.
I've gone fishing with Bobby lots of times, but I was first time fishing with Lance. Yeah, fishing with Lance was fun. We talked about school because we're both going to school at the same time right now, so we had a good conversation about that. And riding and then just right over it.
Well, I don't know. Tyler knows his way around that boat. He definitely knows what he's doing, and you can tell he's been fishing out with Dad a lot, so that's a great thing.
Max Lure E-Zone clothing line.
Yeah, Lance is a really fun guy to fish with. He's funny and he's always having a good time.
I hope it's not the last time I get to fish with Tyler, because I really enjoyed his company.
Look over.
Close to the end, we were trying to pick up on the fishing because it slowed down a little bit, so we started moving our line a little bit, but we still weren't catching any fish. Yeah, and all of a sudden I finally caught that kokanee we were after.
That one actually feels like a big fish.
It's fighting. Nice.
Good.
Oh yeah, that's a nice fish.
Oh yeah.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready when you are. He's just right there. Hey!
Kokanee. Oh my goodness.
That's a toad. That's a toad. That's the one I. That's the
Look
one
at
I
that.
Wow!
I know, I was definitely not expecting to catch a kokanee at first. I thought that was just another rainbow.
What do you think?
That's a nice kokanee.
That's awesome.
Nice fish.
It was fantastic. That was kind of the icing on the cake, you know.
Yeah, going out to Lake Roosevelt was a great time. And it was a blast catching all the fish at once.
Now it's time for another Harrod's Cookhouse recipe brought to you by Micklich's, Spokane's spice and gluten-free bakery since 1948. Today we are making Parmesan trout. Fillet trout and remove the rib bones. We use an electric knife which can make a perfect fillet every time. Arrange trout fillets on a sheet of aluminum foil and lightly drizzle olive oil all over the fillets. Generously coat fish with Parmesan seasoning by Harrod's Cookhouse. This is an all-in-one seasoning that is perfect for salmon or trout. Cook fish on barbecue until the meat will flake, but be careful not to overcook it. A gas barbecue works great, but this seasoning is fantastic when cooked over briquettes or wood. Serve with your favorite side dish and enjoy. For this and other great recipes, visit the Harrod Outdoors website. Tune in next week for another great wild game recipe.
There's a lot of sandbars up on Roosevelt, and that's why it's a pretty popular hot spot for the summertime. Is the water's usually colder. People go up there and they'll drift up and down the lake. They'll find a nice sandbar or something like that, and then they'll go out camping. Well, be careful, because you can get dry docked real fast on those.